No need to speculate anymore. Traitors will officially not be invited to Christmas. They were desperate to score an invite to join the royal family in Sandringham over the holiday season, but according to insiders, the Duke and Duchess of Hypocrisy don't need to worry about whether or not they'll accept an invitation because they're not going to get one. Hello everyone. Welcome back to the King YouTube channel. The Duke and Duchess of Delusion, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, have been trying desperately to score an invitation to join the royal family at Sandringham for Christmas. But according to the Daily Beast Tom Sykes, it ain't gonna happen. According to insiders, the list of who's going to be invited is done, and guess whose names are not included? According to Tom Sykes over at the Daily Beast, the official guest list has already been leaked to ITV.com's respected royal reporter Chris Shipp. And interestingly enough, the details of the Sussex-free Sandringham guest list appear just hours after sources described as friends were quoted as saying they would like an invite. According to Tom, the fact that the guest list was leaked just hours after Meghan and Harry were putting out feelers trying to get invited will be seen by many as a clear sign that the palace wanted to shut down speculation around the story. Rubbing salt into the wound, Tom writes, it was also revealed that Prince Andrew, who was forced to stand down from royal life after being accused of sex crimes, is to be hosted at one of the property's most desirable homes, Wood Farm, the former home of Prince Philip. Well, traitors meet consequences. Personally, I am tickled pink to hear this news. The two of them had no business joining the family for Christmas anyway. What were they thinking? Oh, wait a minute, they weren't thinking. They're just delusional and live in a fantasy world. Honestly, I bet the royal family was offended that the two of them even thought they could score an invitation. This is the family they claim to despise, and anyway, I wasn't convinced that they were really going to show up if they were invited. I suspected this was just a ploy to get their names in the news again. Oh, Harry and Meghan have been invited for Christmas, but they're not sure if they're going to go. Personally, I do not believe Meghan Markle will dare show her face in the UK ever again. Meghan and Harry love to put out these puff pieces in the media, hoping that it's going to get them some attention, hoping that it's going to get them some attention from the royal family, but according to Tom Sykes, the king is not impressed. He wrote, "The king's office is thought to have been annoyed in recent days by the Sussex camp leaking details of a private phone call made by Harry and his family to the king to congratulate him on his birthday, which had the effect of focusing media attention on personality-driven family drama rather than Charles's new anti-food waste project," end quote. And this is something in the past that Charles has said he doesn't like. He wants the focus to be on the good work that he's trying to do for the country. He doesn't want these family problems to always be brought into the media, and I can't blame him for that. Another problem with this little Meghan and Harry return home for Christmas plan was that they have William to contend with. It's not only the King and Camilla who they have to worry about. And a friend of William's already told the Daily Beast that William would have been implacably opposed to joining any party for Christmas lunch which included Harry and Meghan. The friend said the whole idea of them coming for Christmas was typically narcissistic and delusional. There is no way William or Kate would want them there after what he wrote in his book. Would you want to sit down for a slap-up lunch with someone who had basically called you an asshole in public? It would be a total humiliation. William and Kate are never ever going to sign up for that, and Charles wouldn't ask them to. Well, it's good to see that Charles has enough sense to know which son he needs to support and who he needs to cater to, and it's not the traitor Prince Harry. The crazy thing about Harry and Meghan is they still believe they wield so much power over the royal family, but I don't know why. The royal family has been shutting them down left and right, but they still don't seem to get it that they are persona non grata, that the family wants nothing to do with them. I do wonder how they're handling the news in Montecito. I'm sure dishes are flying all around the place, not because Meghan actually wanted to go, but because she wanted that sweet publicity that was going to come along with being invited. Let's get real here. This was not an effort to reconcile with the family. This was an effort to get their names in the headlines again, because right now they've got nothing going for them. While Meghan and Harry and their invisible children will not be invited to join the family for Christmas, guess who will? According to Shipp on ITV.com, Camilla's 2 children and 5 grandchildren will be invited. And the extra numbers mean the big lunch will now be served in the larger ballroom of Sandringham House rather than the dining room as has been the tradition. So it sounds like not only will the Traitors be stuck celebrating in Montecito because they're not going to be invited, but Camilla's children and grandchildren will be there to celebrate with the family. I would guess steam is blowing out of Harry's ears about right now. I cannot imagine how furious he is to learn this news. But it serves him right. He only has himself to blame for this. Of course, this decision from the palace isn't going to do anything to help repair the broken relationship between Harry and the family, but it looks like at this point the family doesn't care anymore. And I can't blame them. After someone has done all the things Harry has done, trashed the family, acts like he hates them, said they're cruel, said they're racist, why would they want anything to do with him? I mean, they can no longer trust him. It sounds like it's going to be a lovely Christmas celebration, and I'm so happy for Queen Camilla. She gets to have her beloved family members around her instead of two people who hate her. I mean, Harry wrote in his book that she sacrificed him on her personal PR altar. He wrote that she was the wicked stepmother. If he really feels those things, then why would he even want to join her for Christmas? It doesn't make sense. He thinks he can just say whatever and then act like nothing happened and that the family is just going to immediately forgive him. That's not how the world works. Sykes notes that the change of venue will confirm the impression given last year that Charles is tending towards grander and more lavish Christmas celebrations than his mother. And then Shipp went on to say, despite the extra numbers, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex will not be there. Shipp added that Queen Camilla's family guests will include her son Tom Parker Bowles, daughter Laura Lopez, and her sister, the interior designer Annabelle Elliott, who is one of Camilla's official Queen's companions, the term chosen to replace the archaic title of Ladies in Waiting. For better or worse, Charles and Camilla function as a team. He's going to listen to her, and that's something I think Harry failed to factor in. He thought he could go after her and that he could somehow still have a good relationship with his father. Well, no. His father is sending him the message in no uncertain terms that if Harry decides to attack his wife, he's attacking Charles personally, and he's not going to stand for it. For way too long now, it has seemed like Meghan and Harry got away with all the vicious accusations, all the attacks, all the lies. So personally, I am really glad to see that Camilla's loving children, the ones who are loyal and supportive, they are being rewarded for their love and support. But the Montecito malcontents are not going to be rewarded for their acts of betrayal, as they shouldn't be. The fact that they would even have the nerve to try to score an invite is in itself offensive. For Harry's entire life, he has been sheltered from repercussions. He's never really had to face the consequences of his actions. But it looks like now the royal family is realizing that's not the proper way to handle a grown man. This decision is going to hurt Harry, no doubt about it, but just think of all the pain he has inflicted on other people, especially his grandmother and his grandfather in the last months of their lives. It's about time that he gets some of that back. I think we have a word for it. It's called karma. And you, what do you think of the news that Meghan and Harry will not be invited for Christmas? Please let me know your opinion below in the comments section. If you enjoyed this video today, please do like and share with anybody else who would appreciate it as well. And don't be afraid to click the subscribe button to get more updates in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in, have a lovely weekend, and we'll be back to see you all tomorrow.